Yeah, that too.
Playboy on this bitch, but he ain't playing no.
Bring 'em out for that money on the race all day. Ain't no trippin', they bring it, I counted up 9. I ain't hear nothing, y'all say. They don't know I came up from the bottom.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Wavy Connections, man. I'm at work, as you can clearly see. I'm about to do a little bit of little Subway mukbang. You know what I'm saying? Mukbang, however you want to call it. I got me Italian BMT on 9-grain wheat with cucumbers, banana peppers, lettuce, guacamole, honey mustard, chipotle southwest, and mayo, with some sour cream and onion Lay's potato chips. And my drink, I got a Gatorade, cause you know they not serving no fountain drinks right now. Probably would have had like a lemonade or something, but anyways, I just wanted to have a little mukbang, talk about the reason why I joined the military. Y'all really don't know me. Y'all don't know who I am. Wondering why I have this YouTube channel. You know, why are so many of y'all seeing this random dude pop up on your feed? Or if you're getting a notification. Disclaimer, I bought this YouTube channel from Wire and DJ, but if y'all fucking with me, y'all can stay. If you're not, you can unsubscribe. Doesn't matter. I'm be coming with a lot of lit content. I'm gonna be posting a lot about dogs, waves, challenges, mukbangs, vlogs, all of it. You know, I'm gonna be having a few main things I'm gonna be doing, like with the dogs and waves. Those are gonna be a lot of videos on that. It's gonna be a lot of mukbangs, a lot of maybe a lot of reactions. I don't know. I'll post one just to see how it does, but you know what y'all want for the content, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can call me Wavy, you can call me Captain Wavy. That's what my name is on Instagram. Y'all can go follow that. That's my wave page. You can call me the Tarot. Yeah. So we can get into this by, you know, I started with, you know, I joined the military February 16th, 2016. That's where I started. That's when I went to basic. And, you know, the reason why I joined is just that I wasn't doing shit. You know, I was working 2 jobs, you know, trying to get by. I lived in 4 different people's houses, you know, or 3. And yeah, I just got tired of it, man. And close, you know, I started in my senior year. I lived on my own. That's where my being on my own started, you know, my senior year. My mom moved to Florida, Orlando, Florida. I went to Winter Park for a little bit. In Orlando, finished off my junior year. My senior year, I wanted to go back and finish. So I went back, I finished. You know, I came back to San Antonio. That's where I'm originally from. So I moved from San Antonio, Texas to Orlando, Florida, you know, my junior year, like in the middle of it. And I was like, nah, I wasn't fucking with it. I was not fucking with it at all. So I asked my mom to let me go back and live on my own. I reached out to some friends that would let me stay with them. And, you know, certain situations happened, so I kind of bounced around over the period of my senior year. It was 3 different places. Well, 4. Yeah, it was 4. It was 4. So, started living with my friend Eric. He fell out with his dad, so I had to move, and I moved with my friend Sean. My friend Sean, he was on his, you know, about to have his second baby, and he was still living with his parents, so I had to go. Then I moved with my friend Darius. I stayed there for the longest, you know, almost all the way up until I graduated. But you know, I got tired of, you know, being monitored on a curfew and I'm paying to live there. So I moved with one of my, you know, he's not my friend anymore, but I moved with one of my old friends, Damien. I met him through a friend I had at school. His name was Harry. So those were the 4 places that I lived at. I got tired of, you know, depending on other people for the way I lived, or you know, just for a place to stay, or pay somebody for a room for me to pay for a place to stay. It was a lot of drama. I can go into detail on each one of those. Y'all can comment below if y'all want that video. But fast forward, after basic training, I'm leaving out of detail. I met my girlfriend, well, my wife now, at the time at the 4th place I lived at, which was Damien's house, and it was his kind of like his play cousin. Their families was close. That's my wife now. We joined the military together. I wanted to change my life. I married her before I went to basic. We were together for about 4 or 5 months. I know it's kind of crazy. If y'all want the story behind that, comment below. You know, like the video up. If this video get to 100 likes, I'll drop the story on that, how I met my wife and how we got together. I might introduce her on this channel. That just depends on what she wants to do. But let me go ahead and we gonna get into this mukbang. So I really just want to change my life. Too many people are scared. They don't want to change their life. They be procrastinating. You know, they don't really want to make a big change for themselves. And this changed my life. Shit, I'm about to have my 3rd kid. If y'all want that video, just go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section. I'll let y'all in on that. Yeah, so I have 2 kids currently. I have a boy and a girl. My son's named after me, and my daughter Annetta. Also, I've been in for 4 years. I just had my 4-year anniversary this past February. I joined in 2016, so just do the math. So the thing is, when it comes to joining the military, you have to be real open. You have to be ready for whatever. And you have to always be ready so you don't have to get ready. And you have to have that mentally. You have to be ready for whatever. It's a lot of ups and downs. You may have drama. You may meet some bad people. You may meet some good people. You meet a lot of good people. You meet a lot of good people with bad habits. You know, it's just how you deal with certain stuff. So, joining the military is real. It's a challenge at first. I gotta say, the hump you have to get over in the military is probably your first 2.5 to 3 years. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna challenge you. You're gonna have a lot of competition. You're gonna have a lot of people trying to mold something that doesn't need to be molded, or, you know, try to use their leadership styles on you. But the thing is to always stay open and learning how to deal with certain personalities. That's how I got through it. One thing I can say, I'm not perfect, you know, is that you can't be complacent on any aspect of it. Because you could find yourself in a situation where, you know, people looking at you funny, people doubting you, people thinking you're incapable, all that stuff. So you have to stay on your P's and Q's. This is not something you can just slack on and get by. And, you know, you have to be consistent, very consistent, in order for things to go easy for you. consistency is probably the key. The key factor in your military career is consistency. And the consistency is not just to keep doing the same thing and keep doing the right things, but to keep pushing forward to leveling up. Because if you're not trying to level up, it will show. And people will try to pick at you. People will try to, you know, you will get certain questions you don't want to be asked. You're going to have certain things to where it's just like what else? Like, what else are you going to do? Like, it's going to, so you just always have to keep striving and keep that out of your way and keep your path clear. But have you ever had some food that was so good to where you gotta pause for a second and just enjoy it? That's how I'm feeling right now. This was the right bag of chips for this time, because if you're a sandwich person, you always need that one chip that's just right for you, right? But then sometimes you gotta step outside the box and mess with a different flavor of chip or a different kind of chip. Whether it's Cheetos, a tortilla chip, Thins, kettle cooked, you know, all different types of stuff. But what does it for me is any type of, you know, salt and vinegar chip, whether it's kettle cooked, Thins, or like some Stacks or some Pringles or something. But with me, them sour cream and onions, they hitting right now with the sandwich that I have. But anyways, back on topic. Basic training is probably the hardest bullshit you're gonna go through ever in your life. But if you can get through basic training, you can get through anything in life. And I stand on that. There ain't nothing you can tell me about that. If you can get through basic training the right way, not like, no, I'm not gonna get into that. But the right way, in my eyes, is, you know, getting through it, making sure you know what you're supposed to know, having integrity, you know, doing your due diligence, you know, studying like you're supposed to, you know, getting through it, just, you know, making sure you check the blocks correctly and try not to get over. Because when you try to get over, they gonna check that. Try to be an individual in basic if you want to. And see what it gets you. Oh yeah. And basic training gonna be different for everybody. It's always different. Everybody has their own experience. So there's not one basic training story you can say that's the same. So at the end of the day, like I said, if you can get through basic training the right way, you can get through anything in life. And I think that's the biggest lesson, probably, the biggest lessons you're gonna learn are in basic training. You're gonna get to know yourself a lot. It's gonna definitely boost your confidence once you're done. Because at the end, you're just gonna be like, damn, that wasn't so hard. Like, damn, like, that's it. Like, because when you get through it, it's gonna suck while you're going through it. Because I think it's just hitting that challenge head on the whole time for 2.5 to 3 months is what gets you. That teamwork, that forceful teamwork you have to do to reach a common goal. working together to reach a common goal. That's what it is to get through basic training. Now, AIT it's kind of a party, depending on how fun your group makes it for yourself, because it's cycles. So depending on how good your cycle is depending on how good your AIT is going to be, because y'all can get y'all privileges taken away individually. You know, you can't be doing real world stuff while you're in training. Basic training is basically it's AIT is basically basic training with privileges. And you're gonna be learning your job. If you wonder what AIT means, it means advanced individual training. And it's based off of what your MOS is going to be. So once you graduate AIT, that's basically where you're learning how to do your job. But to be honest, you don't really learn how to do your job properly and correctly until you get to your unit. Because when you get to your unit, everything's not going to be textbook. You know, everything's not going to be line by line. It's going to be you're going to be faced with a lot of situationals, individual hands-on learning. Like, you know how when you try, like, you got those people that, you know, that can pick up and build anything, and then you got those people that have to go by the instructions. You basically gonna have to try to, it's like learning how to build a car without the instructions all over again, because you have to forget everything you just learned and relearn it in a different way. No, wait. It's like learning something with the paper in front of you, and then put yourself in a situation to where you don't have your notes no more. You don't have your you know, your textbooks, you know, all of that stuff. You don't have none of that in front of you. You're learning how to do it hands-on and in the real world, to where it's gonna matter towards something. It's gonna be building towards something, rather than you just learning the idea of it. You're actually learning how to make shit work. You're learning how to make things go. You know, you learn how to operate within the regular army, because you're going to be in a whole different side of the army. And that's just a little bit of knowledge behind the army, period. You're going to be faced with a lot of things. Do I plan on staying in? Maybe, maybe not. It just depends on how it goes, because the army is something you can't just plan for, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, everybody has their walk of life, and a lot of the times you may just have to join the army just for, you know, to give you these certain qualities, these certain skills, so when you get further in life, you can go out there and use them in a different area. You know, you never know. There's a lot of people that do 20, a lot of people that don't. Yeah. So that pretty much wraps up this mukbang, y'all. Sandwich is hella good. Napkin. bullshit ass napkin, bro. Damn. Yeah, so if you want more mukbangs, more different story time, you know, more different things about me, drop it down in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'm out, man. Peace.